Ever felt that sinking feeling when a client calls, asking to book an appointment, and you're stuck juggling a million things? Or worse, you're trying to explain your complicated calendar while driving? Or even worse, you've got a team, and trying to manage their access to the appointment system is like herding cats? You're not alone. We've all been there. It's that moment you realize you're losing valuable time and potentially valuable clients, because managing your appointments is a tangled mess. Think about it. Your business thrives on efficiency, on seamless interactions, and on making things easy for your customers. But when it comes to booking appointments, too often we stumble. We end up with double bookings, missed slots, and a frustrating experience for everyone involved. And if you have a team, the headache multiplies. You need to give them access, but you also need to control what they see and do. You need to protect your business while enabling them to do their jobs. That's where Square Appointments comes in. It's a powerful tool designed to streamline your appointment booking process. But like any powerful tool, it's about understanding how to use it effectively. And one of the most crucial aspects is managing access. Specifically, knowing how to give access to Square Appointments to your team, or even to a virtual assistant. Now, you might be thinking, isn't it just a matter of sharing a login? Well, not exactly. Sharing your main login is a recipe for disaster. You lose control, you risk security breaches, and you create a chaotic environment. What you need is a structured, secure, and customizable way to grant access. That's what we're going to dive into today. We're going to walk you through the process step by step, ensuring you understand not just how to do it, but why it's essential for your business. We'll explore the different permission levels, how to customize access for different roles, and how to maintain control while empowering your team. Think of it like handing over the keys to a car. You wouldn't give the keys to just anyone, right? You'd want to know who they are, what they're using it for, and what their driving record is. Similarly, with Square Appointments, you need to be strategic about who gets access and what they can do. Let's start with the basics. Before we even think about granting access, we need to understand the different roles within Square Appointments. Square Appointments offers several roles with varying levels of access. You have the owner, who has full control, and then you have staff members with more limited permissions. The first step is to log into your Square dashboard. This is your central hub for managing your business. From here, you'll navigate to the Team section. This is where you'll be managing your staff members and their access levels. Once you're in the Team section, you'll see a list of your current team members. If you need to add a new team member, you'll click the Create Team Member button. Here, you'll enter their basic information, like their name and email address. This email address will be crucial, as it's where they'll receive their invitation to access Square Appointments. Now, here's where things get interesting: assigning roles. Square Appointments allows you to assign specific roles to each team member. These roles determine what they can see and do within the system. For example, you might have a receptionist who needs to book appointments but doesn't need to see financial reports. Or you might have a senior stylist who needs to manage their own schedule and client list. Let's break down some of the common roles and their permissions. The staff role is typically used for team members who need to manage their own appointments and client information. They can view their schedule, book appointments, and manage their client list. However, they might not have access to financial reports or other sensitive information. The manager role, on the other hand, has broader permissions. They can manage appointments for other staff members, view financial reports, and manage settings. This role is ideal for team leaders or supervisors who need to oversee the entire appointment booking process. And of course, the owner role has full control over the system. They can manage all aspects of Square Appointments, including financial reports, settings, and team member permissions. When you're assigning a role, it's crucial to consider the team member's responsibilities and the level of access they need. You don't want to give someone too much access, as this can create security risks. But you also don't want to restrict their access so much that they can't do their job effectively. Once you've assigned a role, you can further customize their permissions. Square Appointments allows you to fine-tune the settings, so you can control exactly what each team member can see and do. For example, you can allow a staff member to view their own client list but prevent them from viewing other staff members' lists. This level of customization is essential for maintaining control and security. It allows you to create a tailored access system that meets the specific needs of your business. Now, let's talk about inviting team members. Once you've created a team member and assigned a role, you'll need to send them an invitation. This invitation will be sent to the email address you entered earlier. The team member will receive an email with a link to create their Square account. They'll need to create a password and agree to the terms of service. Once they've created their account, they'll be able to access Square appointments based on the permissions you've granted them. It's important to communicate with your team members about their new access. Explain to them what they can and can't do, and provide them with any necessary training. This will help them understand their role and how to use Square appointments effectively. Now, let's address some common concerns. What if a team member leaves the company? How do you revoke their access? Simple. In the Team section of your Square dashboard, you can deactivate or delete a team member's account. This will immediately revoke their access to Square appointments. What about virtual assistants? Can you give them access? Absolutely. You can create a team member account for your virtual assistant and assign them a role that matches their responsibilities. For example, you might give them the staff role so they can book appointments and manage client information. And what about security? How do you ensure your data is protected? Square Appointments uses industry-standard security measures to protect your data. This includes encryption, access controls, and regular security updates. However, it's also important to educate your team members about security best practices, such as using strong passwords and avoiding phishing scams. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.